Rumble, rumble, rumble. Yo. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo, yo. To the yo, yo, yo. Let's go, go, go on the ho, ho, ho. We're in the final leg of 2017. Yes, we are. Expect that there's going to be a little bit of a ramp up here over at the YouTube with BeautyBubble. Yes. And what did we call the show today? Hold on just a moment. I need to go over to YouTube itself and find ourselves, make sure that we are live. And guess what? I think I'm ready to show you guys how you can go live in 15 steps and have fun and enjoy yourself and meet really interesting people that are in the space, that you enjoy. And let me see, what do I want to say about that? Let me kind of do a couple of things at once here for just a moment and get my Hangout link over to our Discord. And all these things will be put inside of the chat as soon as I can get things, find things, because it's not picking up just yet on the home page of YouTube. Not quite yet anyway. And let's make sure that we did go live. And yeah, we're live. Okay. So on YouTube, we should see our live right away, but we're not. So let's give it just a couple of moments. Man, there's a lot of content out there. There we are. There we're live. Not on the front page yet, though. On the metric, on that, I guess they call it the vanity metrics. And we will pick up our live content out there. There we are. Put ourselves on mute. Welcome our incredible chat. Welcome, and then we'll open things up with, as we always do, making sure that the Nightbot is working. And it might take a couple minutes for it to read off, and it is. And I always do just a couple signals. Okay, there we go. All right, it seems to be working fine. Okay, a couple housekeeping things before we get into the charts. Yesterday, I had put in the Discord a rather kind of deep description, and it was inspired from the team over at Cardano. And they have this very deep, kind of robust, and a lot of YouTubers too. They have a very deep description area, and there's two rules or two schools of thought with this, and I want to kind of bring it to the viewers. Like, do they even go into the description box, or do they only go when the broadcaster is mentioning it? Do you really like take a good look at it? Because there's a lot of information in some of these description areas of YouTube, and I'm just not sure that I don't know what the best thing is, because when you take any piece of this over to, let's say, Twitter, there's only so many characters that Twitter will actually display. So when you're over at Twitter and you're using your description area and you're not using it to your advantage for Twitter, then of course you lose out on that. And then number two, if you can't, encourage people to dive deep into your description area, then of course you're not getting that kind of that engagement. So I want to talk about that a little bit, and I'll maybe even show, if you're not over at the Discord, some of the things that we're kind of looking at, like check boxes, and I found out last night that we're not allowed in the description to use closed brackets. I got a query about that last night, and I was like, what? And I went through the whole thing trying to figure out what kind of closed bracket are they talking about. So that's a little bit of housekeeping, just to bring the channel, into the 21st century and make certain that as a viewer, and especially as a replay viewer, where it seems as though we're getting, well, maybe not. I don't know exactly because I'm not using OBS, so therefore I'm not seeing the live analytics because I do the live event on the fly. So I'm not really too sure if the viewership is coming from the replay viewer. But these are all things that become interesting when you're starting off or getting ready to start and launch a new year. I want to make sure that it's all coming together in a way that is bringing you tons of value. That's what I'm hearing on the. If I am not doing that, and if we are not doing that, panelists included, the chat included, if we are not doing that, we need to take another look. Then why? What is it that can be done to correct this providing tons of value? Hashtag make money with beauty. Tons of value. If you had been following my YouTube from the first moment that I mentioned Bitcoin, talk about hashtag make money with beauty. So I don't know what tons of value actually is. Tons of value is it a link to something that you didn't know? Is tons of value, telling you about tips and tricks on Canva? I mean, like what is tons of value? Because when you are in the field of the financial markets, tons of value to you, I'm assuming, is to offer up, some sort of information that is going to make you profitable. And that is, we'll bring the disclaimer up. That is a very dangerous relationship. And I'm sure that you can imagine why. Because everyone should be seeking out their own professional financial advice. So really, in this whole kind of entertainment and education, I'm not too sure where this air quote tons of value, like how in the world I could do that. We're sitting on top of one of the most remarkable inventions of mankind. Exchanges, you want to talk about the ultimate marketers. Exchanges came forward in order for people to trade and, made the exchanges available for us to go in and trade Bitcoin. And look, there's no one can replicate, understand everything, know what has happened, and we can all congratulate ourselves in being involved. But hashtag make money with beauty, hashtag provide you with tons of value. I mean, somebody, somebody pass around the joke bowl or whatever it's called when you're at a comedy club, like pass around the mic, because I have no clue as to how I might be able to do that. And then on the entertainment side, I am no entertainer. I'm not going to be making jokes about a Bitcoin or somehow engaging you and having you put money on the line. And it's all because I'm, like I'm super fun to hang out with. I'm not. I'm difficult to get along with. Um, I've been told that, what's it called? I'm an acquired taste. There you go. That's a good one. That's a really good one that that I have to probably figure out exactly what they meant. We're going to grab some water. Oh, and by the way, get yourself mini straws. They're fantastic. I'll go grab the box. If you do not enjoy, or you know that you're not drinking enough water in your life, I'll grab the box and tell you what you have to buy yourself some straws. It really works. The thing is that I should have had my water before I got on mic. Mhm. Okay, so these are times when, towards the end of the year, you can try and, you know, figure some things out. Anyway, let's do our share. We're 10 minutes in, so we'll get a little share out to Twitter because now we kind of maybe know where the broadcast might lead us. Not really too sure, but there we go. And let me see what's the um, I'm going to cover some BitConnect today and Bitcoin, of course. Maybe we would take a look at the Ethereum and Litecoin. And there is, although I don't know if it's chartable, I have a brand new site that I want to share with you guys. And here, let me go over to CoinMarketCap and see if we should do the market cap based on. And we'll follow some IOTA, maybe, or Dash, EOS. Okay, we'll do some Dash. Let me get to the link again. We'll cover some Dash, some EOS. I think I can chart EOS. I'm saying that, like openly, like I've never seen. I obviously people are talking about it all the time, but I've never. Oh, maybe I do. When the moment that I open up the chart, I'll know. And how about some kind of towards the bottom 20? There's BitConnect is 20. Let's do maybe the TC, maybe. And so let me add that to the link. Some Ethereum Classic. Go. And Bitcoin Cash. Make sure that I can get all of these charts ready for you guys too. And then change on the day. We have Augur at 100% today. 100% for Augur. 49.43% for BitBay. Followed by Archain at 46.51%. And there's EOS up 45.55% on the day. 45.55% on the day. So let's check the Augur. Augur is known as REP. So maybe we'll cover Augur. Get this link out really fast. Man, that fan goes on right now. So, there we go. All right, tweet's gone out. And you are part of the mindset. You can follow my Twitter at BeautyBubble. And if you wanted to, I will put the tweet that just went out in the live chat. And if you wanted to grab it, retweet it. That's kind of how all of it's supposed to go. So this is the tweet that went out. There we go. All right, let me get my Hangout link to the Discord. I think this process is probably a really cool one for any of the other broadcasters. People, I think, really like the Discord, although there is some question about whether or not it is encrypted. And so, I guess maybe all of these, all of this kind of, security and who's listening and all of this is really important to a lot of people. And I think that I'm from the mindset that, listen, If the they want to listen, believe you me, the they have already been listening. And if the they think that, you've got some sort of secret sauce and on a secret mission and all of that, the they already know. And that's just all about what that is. There's no new, first of all, there's no new they, number one. These are all, positions and jobs and that are tenured and ranked, and these people aren't leaving their positions. And I don't even know what the eldest retirement age is. I mean, clearly, just take a look at some of your senators and congressmen. They can be in your life, your whole life, as an adult. So I don't know where this is coming from. This idea that the they is listening, and the they is going to, like ruin your life. I mean, the they is already in your life. So, but that's the question about what's going on over at Discord, is that maybe it's not fully encrypted, and so people are trying the Telegram, which is very cool, by the way. If you're not over at the Telegram, it is actually pretty good. And the VoIP, whatever they use, and I don't know which one they use, is just superior to what we get over at Discord. But the Discord is kind of fun. It makes it, it's pretty easy to do. And, so clearly the voice over chat and the VoIP idea, the concept that we would end up, being tired of the ephemeral chat, and that we would be using voice and as much of it as we do, is a remarkable, and the people enjoy it from all over the world. No one's coming in and saying, well, I hate my voice, that's why I don't go on voice. We used to hear that a few years ago, or people that didn't maybe have command of whatever the given language was. But if anything, it has helped all of us connect on a completely different level that we could not before. And so the voice over internet protocols that are out there, and then of course the world of the podcasts and all of that. I mean, it's just it's just this massive moment for growth in sharing. So speaking of sharing, I will, let me see what else as far as admin stuff that I have to do. We know we're live. The Hangout link has been put out. There are some guidelines about that. And while I'm alone, I don't have my earbuds on, so I'll be cognizant of that. Let me see what else. And we know that we're going to be covering the names. Oh, I need to go over to our bot, the great people at Zapcoin, who have this incredible bot. And let me do that real quickly so I can get the top 3 names and get the real-time quotes on those. And what you want to do is that you want to go over to Facebook and do your best to find the messenger bot named Zap. I'm sorry, I always say Zap. Why do I say that? Zapcoin. Zapcoin. I always say Zap. It's like zippity doo dah. I think that's why I do that. Okay, here is the love this guy. Single build. Love him. Definitely recommend, if you enjoy the messenger bot environment, that it's really, really cool. So the first 3 pairs that we are going to cover would be the BTC, ETH, LTC to USD Coinbase. I'll do a copy and paste of that. The request over at the bot. And there we go. And the arrangement would be BTC, ETC, LTC. So I'll try and keep that all in order. And then these are the these are the charts that I'll show. And there we go on that. So he puts them in alphabetical order. So at first you're looking at the futures right now, but we'll move into the BTC, the ETH, and the LTC in that order. And I'll do my best to have them be in that order. Keep the Messenger bot open. There's the Hangout link for the Discord. Oh, you know what I didn't send the Discord? I didn't send the YouTube. Get that over there. There's the watch only link. And the other part would be, okay, the Hangout link, the watch only link. Oh, and then you guys need a Discord invite. And the way that the invites work is they do. This invite link will expire, and I will place it down in the, where should I put it? See, this is where YouTube isn't really built for channel development, because I could put it in the description, but that doesn't mean that you would have to be a subscriber. So there's no development there, or a thumbs up, or 10 viewers and 10 thumbs up, and then you get the Discord. I mean, none of that. That's too gamification and all of that to engage your viewer. The Discord is where, I'll put it this way, we're having a little bit of a follow through to the low side, so we might want to get to the charts in just a moment. It's fascinating that there is, in a way, it's very odd to build up your participants, viewers, clients, the people that want to spend time with you. It's really difficult to kind of find the best way. That is the Discord invite, if you would like to be invited to the Discord. So I'll go ahead and I'll put that in the live chat. There's no reason why I should not do that. And then all the other areas where you can reach out, of course, the DMs over at Twitter are always open. Okay, so let's kind of take a look and see what's going on. We'll start with the futures market here. The chart that you're looking at, for example, this is a chart that's been in beta for several years, and it exhibits the RSI, or a set of parameters for RSI on price plot, absolutely on where price is. And the parameters are the 20 base, 40, 55, 60, and 80. But the way that the chart is supposed to work is that it is a progressive. So that as we come down to the 20 base, if this is not the end of it, the 20 base will drop down. And so it's actually giving you an opportunity to do a hesitation and wait for the time frame to close up, and then see whether or not that is the end of it. We do know that we're at the lower end of the spectrum, though. It's not like it's like telling you that it's at the 55 base when it's at the 20. But a lot of times what I'll do, especially on a market move such as this one, is I'll go ahead and mark off the 20 base, and then go ahead and wait. For example, like we're mid-hour right now. I'll wait for the top of the hour to see how this is going to resolve itself. And then, being on the 15-minute, and of course remember it's in beta, how did the 20 base, and don't worry about the labeling there, it's for another product, that how will it drop down, and if it does. So it gives me another special marker to know. We know that we have a lower Bollinger Band that's basically flattened out with a lot of volatility. It's very roly-poly and kind of chopped up a little bit. So we'll take another look before we actually make a serious call, but this is a deep atom left right shoulder not deep enough. The apex just basically fell in on itself. There was no great move off of the apex, which is that little bit of business right there. Let me mark it off so you guys can maybe see. This little bit of business right there is the apex of this W pattern. And then the follow through. And the upsetting part, of course, is that this follow through, if the apex had been read properly, would have gone to the upside, hit the 40 base. Maybe we would have had some chop around there. I'm not really too sure. Just trying to project out what the potential of the move was. But instead, we get the follow through to the downside. Let's go up to the center of the chart, if you don't mind. And these two arrows here are where we have a pivot and a pivot, all inside of the Fibonacci halfway point. Between the 50 and the 618, both of those areas. So we know that the price is going to return to these areas. So you can very simply, you're like, okay, well that seems to make some sense. Some dollars off, but you know, the 55 base clearly is reading something. Keep an eye on that. So we're coming down to the really slamming into the 20 base right now, and then we'll just watch how and you'll notice how the 20 base will be brought down. We know that we're getting a pickup from the left here. This was the opening low. The opening low comes off the opening low, comes into the Fibonacci. Remember, this is a Fibonacci on the entire area. You can see Fibonacci high, and where's my low? Should be down here somewhere. Let's make sure that I've got the entire spectrum, because it's all white. I need to, oh no. Where is it? There it is. There it is. So just making sure that I have, poof. It's like, oh my gosh, I do that one. Okay. All right. So that is the futures product, and we will go over to the we'll do BTC first. I have the BCC chart up, but so we'll take another look at what's happening with the futures contract, and we'll take a look at any reaction whatsoever over at BCC. Over at BCC, it looks like we had some four-way dojis. This is actually nothing is going on, and we've seen this in the product before. This might be typical, I'm not really certain. And then there is no follow through, and like a boss, just staying true like a boss. We have the ruby short that is starting to really close up. And although we have some very heavy hitting EMAs up above us for this to recover, currently we are getting higher lows. There's a thinning of ruby, and just like I could reword all of this, but basically this short is getting very tired. It's either ready for a pinch and another pullback, or it's ready for a pinch and a resolution to the upside. The problem is that we get these four-way dojis, which can speak of that, for example, TradingView is not getting data, or that there's just no activity. 21,899 all the way across the board. 21,899, 21,899 all the way, buying and selling in 28. There's 2190, one candle, 21,899, 90. So I mean, we're talking about less than a 10,000ths of a cent or something. I have to figure out what that decimal would be. So literally no activity whatsoever. So I would, only because we are looking at the chart and we're being very scrutinizing, I would kind of make sure that I don't forget what's going on here. I'm going to take another look at that. All right, so on Ruby, we'll take a look at BTC USD and the Coinbase pair. BTC USD. And put this chart, of course, over at the Discord earlier today, where we have a triangle, and I need to probably maybe clean this up just a little bit. And once it was determined that the 96 did not hold, then we got this very severe pullback. Atom left, you could call it that. The apex, look at that. Apex double topped right here. This is expected from the right shoulder. This is a classic scalper's play. Right shoulder to the double top, then you let go. And then when you let go, it just depends on, what the market wants to do. But clearly, we're getting a pullback on BTC USD on the session is down 4.7. Is that right? 4.7% down to 18,144. The high it being at 19,099 for the session. So pretty uncool. But for if you can do a setup. From the break potential, for example, if you feel that maybe the price really is going to continue to go down. I know that I have numbers down here. And I know that when price was at 20,000, that just even, like say that I'm waiting for the break of 17,940 and would be hunting a rebuy, you get called out as a heretic or something. So there's the BTC. I'll go ahead and make a copy of the chart. And I might be able to, this is what I could do maybe. I am going to taunt my viewership. And if you want to see the chart, you will go to the Discord. And that's what I'll do. All charts will be in the Discord. That's what I'll do. And then I'll pop it over there. So this is chart number 1. Maybe what we could do is name the charts. Chart number 1. You can give that a try. It's difficult to organize some of this. Chart number 1. Alright, chart number 1. Go. I'll go back over to the okay, so it's noted as chart number 1. If you guys wanted to find it over at Discord, it's called chart number 1. Okay, let's go back over to the futures product. We'll also make a beautiful little picture of that one. Copy it. And put it, this will be known as chart number 2. And put over to Discord. Discord, go. And Discord chart, line chart number 2. Go. All right. And then the next one will be Ethereum, I believe. That's the next one on the list. Pretty sure. Let me drop down some of these tabs that I have open. Come back over to Hangout. And that's holding it pretty well. Picture looks good. Our screen share font and that's the chart lobby, and so the Discord is at the same place. Okay. All right, Veralis, what is your deal today? You know that I was going to get all of that, and so now it says message held for review. So now I got to go in. I mean, is this what you do? Seriously now. Come on now, I'm going to spread the word out. I'm going to make you famous, and you're not even in the chat anymore. So it's like you come in and then you drop this gobbledygook that puts it in a hold for review section of my YouTube, and then YouTube sees that I'm getting people that are putting all this gobbledygook into the system, cluttering the system, making me have to review the dang thing. I mean, what's that all about? What is that all? Stop being douche, man. Stop being douche. Open up your own channel, dude. I'm gonna go to your channel right now. I mean, look, you don't have any content, but look at your subscribers. You have 1,348 subscribers. Give me a break. Seriously. I'm going to make you famous, okay? Bring some of those subscribers over here, you little douche. Stop. There you go, making you famous. Everybody go follow Viralis TV. Trying to get my attention like that. So stupid. Stop it. Okay, so we have, okay, we're making Viralis famous because he's so cute and wonderful. And next chart up is going to be Ethereum. Next chart up. Here we go. We're going to let the Nightbot do its thing. And we'll do Ethereum, of course, on Ruby. ETH USD on Coinbase. I sent out this chart today, too, because, and we'll have to move it away from the 15-minute if you don't mind, so that you can get some context here. Actually, let me move it out to the 60. If you've never seen my Ethereum chart at all, anything like that. Gonna notice if I squeeze this down, I just want you to understand that Ethereum is at $844, up 7.5% today. And look at this name. Look at this chart. Okay, someone is at the big wheel. You cannot have a prettier, more well-defined, gorgeous ruby long, sideways chop, blowout, retest, explosive move in the channel. I mean, please, you guys have got to really understand about how this all works. And then we've got a Fibonacci swing that takes the price to 893.57 that is like with pinpoint accuracy. So if the name continues to do what it's doing, we have a Fibonacci swing at 893.57. That's like, there used to be a guy that used to say free, this whole kind of free money kind of thing, but really, hashtag make money with beauty, hashtag have a great chart in front of you. I mean, come on. Why am I hearing all this, the singing the blues over what we don't have? Dude, seriously. Ethereum, man. And this whole like, oh, you know, I want Ethereum to die and all of this stuff. What is that? What is that? Who's just making those decisions? Look at the left side of the chart. Left low, go to the right side of the chart. There's the direction of Ethereum until it goes through a correction. Runs out of steam, gets its way out of the channel, maybe it goes to the 243. I can tell you the last time that this name went to the 243. And if you couldn't get yourself out of this, then we got other issues in front of we have just to examine. We'll do a 60-minute. That'll be the first one. We're going to need to examine your head. That's what we have to do. Somebody isn't getting it. Somebody is not figuring this out. So chart number 3, once again, I have to go to Discord. Go over to Discord. I mean, you know what I need to do is I need to put this over in the bot. Go over to Discord if you want the copy. If you want to talk more about it. If you want to talk more about Ethereum. And I will hit it over at Discord right now. It's live chart number 3. Okay, there we go. And that is the Ethereum, 60-minute. But I'll do a close-up too, so we can make sure that we're all on the same page. Ethereum. Show me your chart too. The panel link is available. It's in the Discord. Go over to Discord. Jump on into Chart Chat Connect. The panel link is there at a very low barrier to entry. All you need are some earbuds or a mixer on your, you know, A- or whatever it's called, A++, minus mixer thing. And there's just like a couple of guidelines. You know, be proactive, right? Expect that, you know, expect the best out of yourself. And that's an interesting situation with ETH right there. And let's get some things, you know, talked about and talked over and figured out and all of that. Because if you're sitting there and you don't know what to think or do, or or maybe you're just one of those guys that thinks he knows it all. I don't know, but if you want to have a relationship with me, put it on the blockchain. If you want to know more about the charts and what other people are thinking about the charts, then hang out with Chart Chat Connect. We are the OGs of all of this. And chart number 4. Chart number 4 is the 15-minute ETH USD, and you can find a copy of that chart over at the Discord. If you were to come over to Discord, you could take a copy of even that, put it in the chat, and say, I've got this idea, here's my chart, what about this, what about that? And then come onto the Hangout, and let's talk about what this is. Okay. Okay, next one is Litecoin, LTC, BTC, LTC, LTC USD Coinbase. There we go. You can see my markings on this. We'll go ahead and go way, way out to the, don't get crazy. Everybody that knows what's going on here, these are just Fibonacci swings. They're isolated according to my, ones that work and what have you. Sometimes they happen right away. Sometimes I have to wait for the right low. So it's called a Fibonacci progressive, where we're just waiting for the price to settle out and reject the lows, which is what happened here. And then on the Litecoin, we had this very interesting low channel. We're hearing that, especially this wick right here, that perhaps, the Ruby short, and of course we got the Ruby short here, follow through wick. Kind of, I don't know what was going on in here. I mean, we had a great reversal candle on the 60-minute. Fantastic. If you were to get in there, fantastic for you. If you were to have gotten in when the 2 wicks, when basically the low was telling us that it had completely exhausted itself. But unless we're talking about these things, you would go, oh, well, that's then beauty. What about now? These are all things that if we stay live long enough and have the conversation long enough, you will hear me speak about these things, and we will be talking about these things. So Ruby cross, long. And then, of course, I can actually make that later, maybe. I have to go into a type of time frame, maybe. So this crazy upward, this ascending triangle, and it's just, I mean, talk about a little powerhouse. So we started back here. You'll notice at the double, almost triple low. Price moves, cross is put in place, and then remember, here's the secondary. Everything else is a ray tool. Look at that, 4th tab. We do have a breach here, but it followed through with a reversal bar, meaning that, this is a rest and test bar, follows through, blows out, comes back in, blows out of that, and continues on. Unreal Litecoin at $360. It is off its high, but we also did get this wick here. It speaks of the return of the lows, but some great catches that give you kind of fair warning. We'll do the 60-minute Litecoin over at the Discord. Take a picture. This will be chart number, pardon for that. So it's going to mess me up. Let's make sure you guys can still see there. You guys still see? If I take that chart down, I get a black screen. This was going to be chart number 4. Chart number 4. And once again, head to the Discord. Take it over to Discord. Chart number, oh my goodness, it must be chart number 5. So I missed a chart. 5, chart number 5. It's easier over the Discord to keep track of this. There we go. Litecoin, LTC, USD. I don't really think I need to do a closer in on this. I think pretty much everyone that's been following Litecoin from, sub 4 kind of gets it. If you don't get the Ruby cross long and you don't know how to manage sideways chop and all of this, this is called trading. It's risky, it's involved, it's complex, or there's no risk. It's simple as all out. Hashtag make money with beauty. And, and I could say that too. But clearly, I'll read the disclaimer right now. The fifth chart is in the box over at Discord. How fun is that? All right, let's do the disclaimer. And we'll do it on the chart. Do you guys want me to do it on? We'll move the Litecoin over. And we'll do it right. In fact, we'll work into the 1 minute. That's the 1 minute Litecoin, by the way. And we'll get our disclaimer up. I'll put the text box up first, and then I will read it live on the air. Put myself on no audio for just a moment, and I will be right back. This is when I need to get some music. Okie dokes. As I put in the chat, we will be going dark in about 6 minutes. That puts us in the 16-minute kind of area of YouTube, which I think is kind of smart for us to do. Keep it under 60 minutes when I'm going through charts. It can show you that I can get through 6 charts plus my rant or my thoughts of the day, and we can do all of that and all the admin stuff within about 60 minutes. So that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and read through the very important disclaimer. Any disclaimer, make sure that you seek out all of the ones that are out there. The stream is to serve as an archive of price action during volatile moves. That's the primary objective of my outreach on YouTube. The disclaimer, please be advised that all content in the charts shown is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading the stock, bond, currency, cryptocurrency, commodity, and futures markets can be rewarding but is also risky. Be aware that you can lose money and in some ways lose more than you have. It can also be profitable but not without significant risks. You are responsible for your own independent investment transactions. The charts shown are not to serve as an investment advisory service. I highly encourage you to seek professional advice in regard to your own financial decisions. Information you may get from any chart shown and its further discussion in other chat rooms or forums may not reflect my opinions at the time. The charts shown and their content is not a solicitation, nor an offer for professional investment advice, nor is it an offer to buy or sell stocks, bonds, currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and/or futures. The channel is in review for monetization approval currently. And no, we passed over the 10,000 lifetime viewer challenge that YouTube put on the account, and I'm assuming plenty of other people's accounts. And so we did surpass that. I am very proud and thankful of everyone that kind of saw the tweet. I want to definitely, there's a shout out to a few people that I know are completely responsible for those viewer counts to drive up audience and audience participation. I will also, give a shout out to those that are interested in the BitConnect product. We have a viewer who became a panel member who's also in the Discord, who is doing an intensive review of, I think we're all basically doing an intensive review on this product. Starting, of course, for me, looking at the charts, and then I don't know what the full spectrum will be, but right now we're looking at the charts very closely to see what the prospects are, what the projection is for BitConnect. And I know for a fact that bringing the BitConnect kind of front and center from a technical analysis point of view may not have been done on YouTube. So, but yet I think its usefulness, because it's the price. The price on the right is the price of BitConnect. You can't get away from that until I have another price from another entity. All I have to determine anything about anything at first blush is to have a chart. That's it. That's my life, and that's how I have to go about things. And so we're very interested in analyzing and being cognizant of what is happening with BitConnect. And I can tell you that because it's such a hot, massively hot topic, trending topic on YouTube, and probably elsewhere in the world, that, I am wishing him all the best. I want you to look forward to his channel when he does go live. And I think that he's going to bring an entire kind of different feel to getting involved with one of these products. So without belaboring the point, I did hashtag the BitConnect in the description. I did hashtag the BitConnect over at Twitter. And when we close out the channel, we'll kind of know what the numbers are. If my long form content, which of course for some people is an hour, for me, of course, I can go 7 hours. If I could tell you that, we have XYZ viewers right now, And when I hit XYZ viewers, then I'll do this and I'll do that. And I'll give away Bitcoin. Get my charger in here. So there are no giveaways today. There is a new site though. Let me do that. There is a new giveaway. The new giveaway is a brand new site. And oh, that's right. We were going to do BTC, ETH, LTC. See, I can't do all those charts in an hour. So what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to keep going, or what are you thinking? I can cover the other names and another power up too. So it just kind of depends. Let me see, what should I do? All right, well, let me do what I said on my Twitter, and we'll go ahead and we'll just power through, and we'll not look at the time. And see here. Okay. If you guys haven't checked out HQ Trivia, they're 14 minutes ago, they went live. Such a successful app, really something else. Super successful, so much fun. Yeah, really cool stuff with them. So we went to, next up is Dash, EOS, and Ethereum Classic. So let me go over to the Messenger bot, and let's go Dash to USD on Bitfinex, maybe? Okay, good enough. All right, so we have Dash, and we have Ethereum Classic, and we have, do not mind me, EOS. I do think that they cover the EOS. EOS to USD on Bitfinex. There we go. Dash, EOS, and ETC. Excellent. Go ahead and take the real-time numbers and put them in alphabetical order, like the Zepcoin. Zepcoin says, here are numbers. Here we go. And then we'll work on the chart. First chart up is Dash, D-A-S-H. You guys are ready? This will be chart number, what are we up to? Chart number 6. If you want to see all the pictures of the charts, then you'll join the Discord. And there's an invite link above if you need another invite link. I will post it. They are expiring invite links, by the way. It's not a fixed invite link. And okay, so chart number 6 will be Dash. Yep, here we go. DASH. And we will do the Dash. Now this is interesting, right? Because I want to do the Dash on and that's crazy because Bitfinex does have a Dash dollar, but that is not what it's really about, now is it? So we will have to use so they must be using the Tether dollar. We'll just go with Bittrex, I suppose, which is the Dash BTC. I can't imagine what this is going to look like. And what's crazy is that we're getting a Dash to US dollar price on Bitfinex, but I don't see that in the charting library. We knew that Dash had gone through just a wonderful, and it continues to go through this incredible activity. Really interesting chart just from the get-go here. This is the dash 60 minutes. And I can do a little bit of work on it live for you guys. Why don't I go into a 2 hour so that I can, because I knew that, yeah. So it's coming off of this trough, short, recovered, sort of, kind of, until it gained some traction down in here. There's a reversal bar here. The long starts to do something, but the 243, this is very strange because the EMAs are trying to kind of they're trying to rework themselves and get into a horse race. And you can notice this on the right-hand side and why the energy for the trade to go long from here is helped or assisted by the supporting members of the exponential moving average. So I think that what we can do is maybe take this long, high to low, just to get an idea. Remember, this doesn't have to be the way you draw your chart at all. You do you. And we will make sure that we do get the low, which is over here actually. And immediately we're going to put the 50% line in. Okay? Immediately we will do that so that we have an idea of just on the structure. Once again, you don't have to do it my way. Just do it your way. Oop, I'm doing the main multiply. Don't need that. I need to have the horizontal. Got with the 50%. And then we can correct these and make them absolutely perfect. But this would be the Fibonacci swing. And I can actually do a marking on it. And it's the Fibonacci swing. And at the 4236 at the halfway point, the 50. And at the 50%, and then the price is going to be, remember, we have to get this, I'll go back in and get it really cleaned up nicely. But 05 to 8, 6, oh my God, what does that say? 286,834? 286,834. We'll go back in there and see. Okay. Right, so that's it. I could have put free market, it's the equilibrium line. And we'll double check this actually by going into the 4 hour to see, well, there we go. That's why that works. Do you see? This is where the trade was supported super high, right? A massive move to the upside. And now we sort of know that actually up here, this Fibonacci area up here is indeed, we'll go ahead and we'll put a marker up here. And I will change this now to free market equilibrium. I'm not going to miss out on that line right there. And I'll change the labeling. And make it all uppercase. I'm probably spelling equilibrium wrong now. I'll do free market all-time high. Right there. All right, so that's why that makes sense. You probably noticed, right, you saw me do this live, is that it's a matter of experience of being in the chart. Which one of these is really going to work out? So I just chose the nearest one, but then I brought the chart out, and you have to do this. You have to, initially you should be looking at it from the biggest time frame that you possibly can, and then you narrow in, and you're looking for anomalies, you're looking for price consideration, market participation, price, when did it go below the 243, and just reject every kind of market participation. It's just it's just blowing out. And of course, then when is it ready? When is the market ready to support the name? And it goes into that horse race, and then we get these incredible moves long. But I mean, this is why this is all coming from here. I didn't make it up. You saw it happen live. There's some perfection that we could do. We need to go over here and see the low. We need to kind of see the mucky yuck over there on the left-hand side. But that's, that's basically what the process is. And you could, have your own process too. Fine. And that's the whole thing about being part of a no guru environment, is that it does not have to be mine. You can be you, and you need to be. Read the disclaimer. Again, you have to be. All right, so this is the dash. If you guys want me to do a little bit more work up here at the top, because the question usually is, well, that was then, and I didn't know you at all. I had no idea that, draw a chart, work a chart, know what's happening with dash. Because a lot of times people will come into the market when on the left-hand side of the chart, it's basically in the lower quadrant of the 25 percentile. You can see this just in the chart, the visual of the chart. You're in the lower quarter part of the chart, but now you want to trade it and it's up in the upper part of the chart. Now you're interested. And clearly we'll get even more interest as the chart migrates over, and that cross is all the way over on the left-hand side of the chart. Watch the people come in. They're going to go crazy mind over there. That's another thing about Ruby. That cross gets over on the left side of the chart and it's all green. And I've seen this with every instrument. I saw it with Mt. Gox. Everybody starts to want to be part of the rodeo. And so if you guys want to see it live, then you'll check out the channel and subscribe and maybe be notified and work on all the cool things that we're working on. Hashtag make money with beauty. Hashtag have a great chart in front of you. Hashtag you gotta love the trade to be involved. And hashtag anybody can get in, but the whole thing is knowing when to get out. Everybody knows when to get in. Everybody can get in. Everybody can get in right now. But are you going to know when to get out? Well, you know that. All stuff if you do. Dash. Okay, we'll move into the 15-minute. Although, you know what I think I'll do? I'll go ahead and make a picture of the 30-minute. And yeah, go ahead and make a picture of the 30-minute. And deuce of that. Deuce of dosa. Okay, so this will be live chart number, hold on just a moment, live chart number 6 is over at the Discord. That will be the dash. Come on over to the Discord if you'd like, Chart Chat Connect, and come on into the lobby and see all that goodness. All right. Oh yeah. Hold on. Oh yeah. I'm gonna send him. I'm just gonna. I just wanna to love you. There you go. I just want to love you. All right, so we covered dash. You'll head on over to the Discord if you really want to see the chart. You want to have the conversation, and that's what you'll do. I'll do a dash 15-minute. And see, I'm sure you can notice that the dash 15-minute, we lose the Fibonacci, but I'll squeeze it in so you guys can kind of see it. And this is just it's a gorgeous horse race off the 50%. The 50% line took the 243, 96, 51, 41, 32, the 12, and price is now holding the 8. We'll go into the 1 minute. Woof, that's a crazy looking. Man, that's crazy looking. But like right now, right this very moment, with all of this crazy volatility that you see in the bars, the 8 is holding the close. The 8 is holding the close. So for those that are in it and are watching this kind of a candle, if you can for just a moment, just take away everything, okay? The 8 is ledging up and holding the close. The 8 and the 12, notice that we're going to get a little follow through now. The 8, as long as it's holding the close in a volatile It's not really volatile, just to be close now. What it is, these long wicks, they're in a few of the instruments. We probably really need to do a little bit of study because the bodies are so tiny. But what it is that not one view of it wanted to take a stand and fill in the wick. So you have this high and low, this incredible activity. In fact, let me move this back because you can do this. There are ways in managing this. The thing is that you are doing it. The likelihood that your position size is meaningful at all is a real problem. So, for example, if you decided, well, I know now that dash is like crazy up at the highs, I get that. But man, I still want to be in. Well, you know, this is it. Okay, here, I'll put this and make the label a little different. You keep an eye on the 8, as long as the 8 holds the close for 80 seconds. Okay, this is an old Forex trick. This is the 80-second 8 EMA. Remember, you're on a 60-minute EMA too. You're not messing around with that. So, but you're in a minute chart. A minute. And what you're going to do is that if you have the balls to do it, you would go long, and as long as the trade where the 8 is holding the trade for 80 seconds, the 8 is holding the trade for 80 seconds, you are in a long. If you're willing to do that, even though knowing that there are several ledges up at the high, but if you just can't help yourself. And the opposite side of it, of course, is too that now you're looking for any reversal bar. But dash might be a little harder to do. Let me go into the 3-minute. This is kind of fun to do. Dash may actually, on its opening of the session, might so we had a leveling out here. It's called a tightening of Ruby's wallet right here. We had one crazy wick right here. And I don't know if that means anything exactly, but pretty much we could. Let me see. Remember, this is the 5-minute. This is the 5-minute. But what we can do is I will go ahead and, remember, I'm building my fib. And sure enough, the 8 right now is at the 50%. So it's a 50-50 chance. You take the long here, the 8 holds the close, you're good long. If it fails, you know why. Just structurally, it's ready for a fail, 50-50. That's it. You don't have one particular chance to make a better trade than making a losing trade. It's just as simple as that. That's on the dash. The dash trading at 0.652 right now, and that's basically how that works. The halfway point, the 618, the 786. This is an area of interest, and so if you can get some volume going inside of this little portion that I have on my Fibonacci, then you can go into all-time highs, or the near-time highs. We know that the all-time highs are at another print, but that's the basic premise. There's lots of different things going on in Dash that I don't know anything about, except for that I want to know where she went. I can never remember her name either. But I would like to know where she went. I guess she kind of retired, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. Okay, the chart will be over at Chart Chat Connect. It's chart number 7. Live chart number 7. This is a close-up of the dash. And there we go on that. And the next chart, I believe, is going to be Facebook Messenger EOS. EOS. Everybody wants the EOS. All right. EOS is up next. I should probably put a tweet out there. Everybody wants to know about EOS. Okay, EOS. All right, let me figure out how I'm going to do this. Did I put my price points in, by the way? I think I did. All right, so we're going to go to EOS and do the Bitfinex, which is the price that I gave you. We're going to do the EOS dollar pair. And we'll do a Condor's pass on this one. We're going to go to the 1 day. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm giving you too much personal identifying information. Anyway, this is EOS on the daily. This incredible base. Once it broke out of free market, just really fantastic trade. I had a few break potentials here in full disclosure. Okay. Yes, I've been working on this chart. Yes. I'm not going to say anything more. I got a message from someone who said, "What do you think about EOS?" And I said to him, "Have you fallen? Do you have blood coming out of your ears?" Because I get very concerned, when people write me, and we all sort of kind of know what we're looking at the same time, but pretty funny stuff. I said, have you fallen and hit your head? You want to talk to me about EOS? Okay, so here we go. EOS, Bitfinex, of course. That is the situation. But we're gonna do some interesting things on this chart. I think. Let's a tool from the high here, and we are going to take it. Go ahead, all the way up, only so that we can remember. Remember. We can get pretty specific because it's a daily. But then we go in. We did the day. We're going to do the 4 hour. And there's the 4 hour. We all know where that came from, right? So you guys can see that live. We also know where the free markets are coming from, all these areas here, where I was poking around. The trade, I mean, there's been tremendous crosses, great profit opportunities, and now it's sort of my job to which swing I think might give us the more value. And I'll tell you what, whenever there's a tag of the 243, we have it here, but we have some breaches. We may have to do that Fibonacci too. And then this is all breach, gets protected, goes for the cross. I'm not going to do this one just yet, because if this little guy, where did it go? This one here, yeah. If this one does well, then we are. I don't think we have to overdo the fibs. Okay. What I want to do is check out the 4 level. 4 level doesn't really give us anything over here. We have some price consolidation, but that's really it. So well, we could say that maybe there was some registration there, but I don't know. Then we go down another level. No, there wasn't any registration there. But yes, maybe this one here. And maybe this one. There's a little bit more market participation right in there. So we'll grab the fib and we will go ahead and we will do this one down here. Didn't really want to pick that one, but oh well, what are we going to do? We go up, we see, okay, got market participation there. We have another drop down, so profit taking at the 2618. What's going on here? Nothing too much. And then here's the super high, and it just wants to keep going. So basically up here, we're looking for either all-time highs and a breakout of all-time highs, or some sort of relaxation of the trade up here for it to just kind of gather its breath a little bit. So we'll go ahead and use this Fibonacci. It's an okay one. And then I could go back in there and perfect the Fibonacci. We'll go into the 1 hour. Just drive in 1 hour. Make sure the trade loads. Oof. Come on now. Let me go over to here. Oh, I see why. You can see now where that coiling is, right? There's the coiling. We knew that that pink line was the 20 base. And so this is not over. The lows are not put in yet. The lows put out the SOS. The lows are not put in. Okay, there we go. There's 60. See how that worked out there? Maybe there could be another trend line. It's coming back to retest the 8. And anything below 112869, we have to be kind of taking a look at, a closer look. Make sure that we don't get caught in a downfall. We've seen these kinds of movements before. This is a tremendous ledge, and I don't know exactly how it should be read. Maybe some people are going to go out there and say, well, this is a very bearish ledge. But if the 8 breaks, and you can kind of see that right away, it's going to zoom in. Let's just see. So if the 8 breaks, the 8 held the close, and so that's a do or die. You know, the 8 has to hold the close. You didn't get too much help from this over here, really. Not one. You got two rejections actually there. So you need to keep an eye on EOS. On the downside, if you wanted to. On the downside, if you wanted to, just for structure's sake, you can always do that. Just low to high. We did this on the futures too, low to high. And once again, you're just looking and looking, trying to figure out. Okay, you've got the 12. So yeah, I probably on the short side, if people were trying to figure out what the top was and go short, there's a lot of other things that have to happen to EOS before that long is over. I'm not seeing that the long is over, except for that. You know, we went into, I guess you'd call it nosebleed territory. So caution on EOS, and I will put that over at the Telegram. Once again, thank you for that. Appreciate that. And go into the, where do I want to go? Where's that same messenger? Okay, go over here. It's going to be chart number 8 over at our Discord. And that is EOS. And you guys heard my explanation as to what might be happening in EOS. And you know, just caution. It's a big play, big. So be careful. And then the next one is Ethereum Classic, ETC coming up. ETC, and we'll do the ETC USD Bitfinex pair right here. Bring it on over. I'm not going to go into the big mucky yuck on ETC. We got a great Ruby cross. The 51 is held. You know, he's dialed in. What can I say? What can I say? Some people are influenced, you know. What can I say? There's your cross, held by the 51 right here. This is kind of in a little bit of a wedge. The 8 is covering the close. There might be a little reversal bar there. I'm not really too sure about that. There's a few things that are very sort of kind of bearish. If you had not taken the profit up at the top here, you might be rethinking that. We know that money wanted to come back in. Left atom left, right shoulder, apex failure. Okay, so that's your line has to come over the apex for the whole thing to kind of survive. Okay. But if you do not think, I think this is kind of funny, actually. You do not think, I'm not going to show off. I have no reason to show off. I know what I know. I know what I want. I know what I know. And guess what? And I want to know what you know. Chart number 9. Oh, perfect time to end. Chart number 9. Yeah. Except for that. Oh yeah, we're going to go over to the new higher stuff. Chart number 9. There we go. Boom. There we go. If you do not believe in the Ruby Cross, If you do not believe in influence, if you do not believe, or if you are believing that, people that talk about certain people in certain horrible ways, if you're an unbeliever. I came into the ETC Slack and no one saw the long. And there were traders on there that charge, I think, like, if you want to meet with them in Laguna Beach and spend 3 days with them, it's like $15,000, who were convinced that the name was short. And they told thousands of people, actually. I think the Slack at that point in time had like 3,500 traders that were all short the name. I come in, I say the name is long, and I thought that they were just going to drag me, behind a mule. It was that bad. Hashtag make money with beauty. Hashtag have a great chart in front of you. It does not have to be mine. Just have a good guide. Have a good chart in front of you. Hashtag anybody can get in at any time, under any provocation or circumstances. It is hashtag all about knowing when to get. From the queen herself that called the top of Mount Gox. This has been Beauty Bubble. I have been live with you for well over an hour. To my replay viewers, thank you so much. This is so much fun. This is my life. I hope that I'm bringing you tons of value, just tons and tons and tons. Make sure that you realize that the Hangout, that this is a no guru environment, that the Hangout link is in the Discord. I welcome anyone and everyone that has a proactive concept and idea. Come on in, fill in the boxes. That's what we used to do in the OG days. Fill it up, and if you can hang with me, you're going to be able to hang with the market. I guarantee you that, because I am not easy to get along with. Why should I be? And there's no Pollyanna. And then because this is all work, and you can read my Nightbot, not the Nightbot. That we can share ideas and we can track and trade, and you can bravo to some idiot, and you can give money to a lot of people. But if you don't know how to narrate, if you don't know how to look at any of this and have some sort of sensible moment with it, then you'll hear me say a lot of times, kind of get out of mommy's way, because you're making the market not behave in the right way. So be good. That's it. I've enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon. I'll let the Discord know that I'm about to close it up. And let's see, I should do it. Oh yeah, about the description. Look for some changes that we'll be making to the description. If you have anything maybe that you've used that works for you, let me know. And we want to make it the best little kind of box of information on the planet Earth, and make sure that we're using YouTube properly even. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about that. And then we will leave you with the Mac Daddy. Hold on, that's what I probably should do. BTC USD. Oh, pardon me for that. I'm trying to do it with one hand. BTC USD, Coinbase pair. And there we go. And there's the break potential right here, the double bottom, break potential. So everyone is on high alert. The trade is off 6%, 17,896. We didn't think that it could happen. You're probably thinking, well, where's your next line, Beauty? You need to know where your next line is. I'll be doing a Mayer multiple. The Mayer multiple was from the overnight numbers. I will be doing a Mayer multiple off the 243 EMA using the 1.17 threshold. So I'll redo the Mayer multiple when I go ahead and get off. But we'll be doing that and keeping an eye on the Mayer multiple, which last night was $20,172. I'm sure that it will have dropped down because of the drop down, but it's still up there, and it's still a real number. A lot of this is math. Some of it is method. Most of it is madness. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye now.